Well, hello there, everyone.
Hi, boys and girls.
We've been waiting for you.
We really look forward to our get-togethers.
Indeed we do. And today, Aunt Sue has a most unusual story, quite different from the stories you've been hearing.
Yes, and I think it's one that will be enjoyed by everyone, especially teenagers. In fact, all the members of the family. I call the story...
One Day at a Time.
16-year-old Marcy Mills carefully placed the last of the dinner plates in the cupboard and turned to leave the immaculate kitchen. Then she remembered the pie. One lone piece of Mother's dreamy lemon meringue was left from dinner. Now the family could hardly share that one remaining piece of pie at the next meal. Marcy might as well finish it. Of course, she knew only too well that she certainly didn't need it. For Marcy wasn't just pleasantly plump. She was, well, just plain fat. Mammoth Marcy, the name some people called her, slid across the outer limits of her consciousness, but she ignored it. After all, one piece of pie wasn't going to make all that difference. She would take it out on the front porch and sit in her favorite wicker rocking chair and enjoy each mouth-watering morsel.
Kitchen cleaned up already, Marcy?
Oh, hi, Grandpa. I didn't know you were out here. Yeah, everything's cleaned up in the kitchen.
Well, I thought I'd bring my book out here for a while. We won't have many more of these warm evenings. I see you're cleaning up the last of your mother's pie, too. You really think you need that?
Well, it's just a small
Do you realize
piece.
there are over 450 calories in a piece of lemon pie that size? And you already had a piece at dinner. Why, that's 900 calories, right?
Really?
there.
Why can't everyone just leave me alone?
Marcy angrily retreated to the empty kitchen. Grandpa, why had he come to live with them anyway? And why couldn't he mind his own business at least? Marcy wolfed down the last few bites and stormed to her room.
Miserable, mammoth Marcy Mills. Why? Why do I do it anyway? I hate being fat. I hate my whole ugly self. It all started 2 years ago when I broke my ankle. I was stuck in the house. It seemed like forever with my ankle in a cast. Couldn't go anywhere, do anything. Nothing to do but eat and feel sorry for myself. I promised I'd go on a diet just as soon as I got out of the cast, but I didn't. Now I've put on twice as much. What am I gonna do? Why can't I stop?
The next day, as Marcy was leaving speech class, Mr. Evans called to her.
Marcy? Marcy, can't I convince you to join our debate team this year? You're one of my best speech students. You'd be a real asset to our team. We need more top-notch debaters. Won't you at least consider it?
Oh, I don't think so, Mr. Evans.
Well, why not, Marcy?
I can't. I just can't.
Why? Why? Couldn't Mr. Evans see why? How could she get up in front of an audience the way she looked? Marcy rushed down the hall toward biology lab. She wanted to look over her notes before the quiz. Suddenly, as she rounded the corner...
Oh, Ron! Oh, I'm so sorry. Did I hurt you?
I guess I'll live. No, I'm okay, Marcy. I should have looked where I was going. It wasn't your fault, really. Here, let me help you pick up your books.
Thanks, but you needn't bother. I don't want you to be late to class. Oh. There's the bell now. You'd better hurry.
Okay, Marcy. See you around.
Yeah, see me round all right. Mammoth Marcy. Almost knocked poor Ron flat on his face. Well, I'm a regular steamroller. Ron's always been so nice to me, too. Oh, why did it have to be him? I could just die.
Marcy vowed that she would do something about her weight. Tonight. This very night, she'd go on a diet. Why, she could start by taking very small helpings and no seconds. That would be a beginning. Oh, but Mother was such a good cook. Dinner that night seemed especially good. All Marcy's favorite foods. Why, it was impossible to take very small helpings. But she did manage to say no thank you to the dessert. After cleaning up the kitchen, Marcy went to her room to study. Marcy was an excellent student. After all, none of the boys asked her for a date, so there just wasn't much else to do except study. 7:30, 8:30, 9:30. Marcy concentrated on her homework.
Wow, I've been at it a long time. Sure would like a snack.
You know, there's a bag of potato chips in your bottom drawer. Why don't you eat them?
I know. But I promised myself today that I'd eat less at meals and cut out all snacks.
But you're hungry. You've been studying hard. You're a good student, Marcy. You deserve a little treat.
I mustn't. I can't. I've got to start sometime.
Sure you do, but not tonight. Why, tomorrow. Tomorrow you can begin. Besides, you don't have to eat the whole bag. Just 2 or 3 potato chips won't hurt.
Yeah, just a couple. 3 potato chips.
Contented, Marcy went back to her reading. Before long, the entire bag of potato chips had disappeared. Yes, tomorrow. Tomorrow she really would begin.
Marcy, don't come home on the bus tonight. I'll pick you up right after school and we'll go on downtown from there.
What for?
Felden's is having a fantastic dress sale. You sure need some more things for school, and I'd like to find something special for next weekend. If we go tonight, there will still be a good selection.
Would you ladies like some help?
We would like to look at the dresses that are on sale.
Surely. These 4 racks here in front are our sale items. If you'd like to try anything on or you need any help, just call me.
Thank you.
Hey, isn't that cute? I'd like to try that one on.
Did you find something you like, hon?
Yeah, could I try this on?
Let me see. I'm afraid, hon, that wouldn't fit you. These are 10s. Now, over here. No, I'm afraid there isn't another one left like it in these sizes. But why don't you look through this group and see if there isn't something you'd like just as well? If you find something you'd like to try on, well, the fitting rooms are right over there. Call me if you need some help.
Thank you. These dresses are huge. Huge and ugly. Why, they look like something my grandmother would have worn. If these are the only dresses that'll fit me, I won't buy anything.
Look, Marcy, wouldn't this look lovely with my navy blue cape? And it fits like it was made for me. And such a good price.
Yes, it's lovely.
What's wrong, dear? Couldn't you find anything at all that you liked?
These are the only ones that would fit me, and they're awful.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry, Marcy. I'll pay for my dress and then we can go home. I'm sorry you had such a disappointing experience, Marcy. I wish so much you'd let me make an appointment for you with Dr. Marks. Let him help you begin a serious diet program. You know the facts, Marcy. The more you eat, the bigger you get, and the unhappier you become. Then you eat more to console yourself. It's a vicious circle, Marcy. Only you can break that circle. Only you.
Didn't Mother understand that Marcy felt bad enough already? Couldn't she just be quiet? Always nag, nag, nag. Mother's old lose-weight routine. Everything was a dull, dead-end street. Parties were out, boys were out. Pretty clothes were practically non-existent, and all that was left was food. Diet. Mother didn't know how hard and impossible that was. Hadn't Marcy tried to diet? 2 weeks later, Marcy entered the high school home ec room and took her place in the 4th row. Sitting right behind her were Connie and Lisa.
Are you going to invite Marcy to your party?
No, I don't think so.
But why not? I thought she was one of your best friends.
Was, but she's changed, though.
Well, I know that. She's really put on the weight. Poor thing.
It's not because of that. She's not any fun anymore. She's so critical. She looks on the dark side of everything.
Yeah, I know. It's too bad. She used to be so much fun. She never has any dates. What boy wants to be seen with Mammoth Marcy? She can barely even get into that chair.
And she used to be so pretty.
Connie and Lisa wouldn't have hurt Marcy's feelings for anything. They didn't realize that Marcy heard every word of their whispering. They didn't see Marcy's eyes fill with tears. Then the class bell rang and Miss Jennings walked to the front of the class. As you see, I have your unit test papers ready to return to you. On the board, I've written the test scores so that you can compare your score with your classmates. We've covered many different areas in this unit on health and nutrition. You've learned the 4 important food groups and the amounts of each needed every day in order to maintain a balanced diet. We've talked about the dangers to the heart and other organs when the diet consists of large quantities of empty, high-calorie foods. You've learned that breakfast, the meal so often skipped, is the most important meal of the day. We've discussed the problem of obesity and the serious health hazard that it is, especially to the young child and teenager. Likewise, trying to lose weight by fad diets, crash diets, and appetite-depressant drugs can cause anemia, reduced resistance to infection, and even death. We've talked about the need for a daily exercise program and adequate rest. Why am I going over this material again? Well, healthful living has to be a total way of life. Learning the facts won't help you unless you put them to practice. Healthful living has to be a daily program, not just an occasional program. You've learned the facts well. Your test scores tell me that. But suppose instead of recording these excellent scores in my grade book, I record a grade for each one of you based on your own personal health habits. Would the scores be as good as these excellent test papers? Or would I have to change your score to a failing mark? What would your score be? Your score. What would your score be? The words rang incessantly in Marcy's ears. Your score. Somehow Marcy felt Miss Jennings' words had been especially for her. Why couldn't everyone just leave her alone? Didn't they know she had tried to diet? Why, she had started on a diet several times, in fact. Sometimes they'd lasted 2 or 3 days even. Other times she hadn't even gotten through one day. Somehow it seemed impossible to stick with it. The temptation was just too great. One afternoon, as Marcy walked into her bedroom...
Oh, hi, Mom. I didn't know you were up here. Oh, Mom, what's wrong? Are you feeling sick?
Yes, I do feel ill. I just brought up the clean sheets for your bed. I was putting them on the closet shelf for you when I discovered this. Look in here, Marcy. Has it come to this? Potato chips, candy bars? Oh, Marcy! Not only do you sneak food in the kitchen between meals, now you stash goodies away in dark corners. How many other little hiding places do you have? Well, you're just like an alcoholic. Hiding bottles in nooks and crannies? Why, you've become a foodaholic. Marcy, you had better do some tall thinking, young lady, before it's too late.
Marcy sat down on the edge of her bed, and then the tears came. She was only 16 years old, but life for her had come to an end. At a time when she should have everything to live for, she had nothing. It all seemed so hopeless. Slowly, she slipped down on her knees and began to pray.
Oh, dear God, I'm so unhappy. Please help me.
Suddenly, by just saying it, there seemed to be a way. Why hadn't she ever turned to him before? Why? If she were ill, she would ask him to help her. If she needed strength or forgiveness or knowledge, why not for this, when she was so miserable? There, by the side of her bed, she offered up her prayer. When she stood up, she knew that at last there was a way. A way, a help, a strength that she had not possessed alone. She looked into the mirror and slowly, determinedly wiped the tears from her puffy face. She reached for the potato chips, and still in the closed bag, she crushed them to bits, and then into the tiniest crumbs, and then threw the bag into the wastebasket with all her might. Then she laughed. Marcy had won her first fight. It wasn't going to be easy. She had too many bad eating habits. Snacks and in-between meal nibbling had put on the pounds, an ounce at a time. Now it would have to come off the same way.
Good morning, dear. I'll have your pancakes ready for you in just a minute. Would you pour milk for everyone?
Sure, Mom. But, Mom, would you mind if I didn't have pancakes this morning?
But I made them especially for you.
If you don't mind, I'll have a poached egg and toast instead. I'll make it myself. And, Mom, I do wish you'd call Dr. Marks this morning and get me an appointment as soon as possible.
I will, Marcy. I sure will. I'll call right after breakfast.
Well, now, young lady, I guess we're ready for a little visit about this project of losing weight. I'm really delighted that you want to begin a serious diet. You're too pretty a girl to be carrying around all that excess baggage, and most important, it's bad for your health.
I don't like being fat, Dr. Marks. I hate myself this way. I want to change, even though I know it's not going to be easy.
Yes, Marcy, it isn't going to be easy. And after we get those extra pounds off, you're going to have to continue good eating habits, or all those pounds will come back again. Did you know, Marcy, that most people who lose a substantial amount of weight regain it within 1 year's time?
Really?
That's right. So taking it off is only half the battle. Now, Marcy, I want you to think a minute and tell me why you think you became overweight.
Well, Dr. Marks, for one thing, I know I eat much too large portions at mealtime. And desserts, of course. But I suppose the worst thing is that I snack. Often it's when I'm in the kitchen cleaning up after dinner. I guess you might say I clean up the leftovers, too. And then I often eat snacks, potato chips, candy bars, things like that when I'm in my room studying or when I'm just feeling sorry for myself.
Feeling sorry for yourself? Tell me about that.
Well, I suppose that's how it all started. The summer I broke my ankle. I couldn't go anywhere or do anything. I really felt trapped.
Also, I want you to keep a food diary for me.
A food diary?
Write down everything you eat, each day. Include the amount, 1/2 cup, whatever, and the time of day when you eat it. I don't want you to weigh yourself at home. We'll check your weight each week when you come back to see me. Just count those calories and keep a record of your food intake. Don't think about what you ate yesterday. Don't worry about tomorrow. Just concentrate on today.
I know, just one day at a time.
Now, here's a little calorie counting book for you, and also a short set of rules I want you to study. Maybe they'll help you develop some new eating habits. Read it when you get home. We've mapped out your battle plan, and I'll expect to see you again 1 week from today. Now, it's up to you, Marcy.
Now it's up to me. It's gonna be a battle, all right. But the doctor doesn't know that I have a secret weapon. Oh, dear Jesus, help me. Give me strength just for today. Oh, yeah, I promised Dr. Marks I'd study this set of eating rules, and I'll read them right out loud. Maybe they'll sink in better if I do. 1. When eating alone, do not watch television or read. Give the food your undivided attention. 2. When eating with others, never talk with food in your mouth. Swallow first and set down your utensils before conversing. 3. Never wash food down with a liquid. Take sips of whatever you are drinking only between mouthfuls of food. 4. Thoroughly chew your food. Don't swallow if half chewed. 5. Notice the taste, texture, and temperature of the food. Concentrate on enjoying what you eat. 6. While you are concentrating on eating, you will have the opportunity to ask yourself from time to time, do I have to go on? Would I feel deprived if I stop now? Do I really care whether I finish this? Many persons find that when the momentum has been broken by concentrating on eating, the answer to these questions is often no.
Just one day at a time became Marcy's goal. And though it was not easy, she succeeded. Just one day at a time. 1 week later, she was back at Dr. Marks's office.
6 1/2 pounds. That's fantastic, Marcy. I'm really proud of you.
I couldn't believe it, Dr. Marks. Why, if I could lose that much each week, it wouldn't take very long.
Wait a minute, young lady. During the first week of dieting, it's not unusual to have a substantial weight loss. However, I'll be very happy if you average 1.5 pounds per week from now on. And I want you to keep up that food diary.
Oh, I will. Having to write down everything I eat makes me think twice before I put something in my mouth.
Exactly. And this week, I want you to begin a daily exercise program. Bicycle riding, swimming, whatever suits you the best. It's up to you. But it must be a daily program, and I want to hear all about it next week. In fact, record your daily exercise right in your food diary. This also might be a great time to take up a new hobby or craft, something you can do with your hands. Think about it.
2 pounds, 1.5 pounds, 3 pounds. The weeks went by, and Marcy faithfully kept on.
Let's see. That makes a total of 18 pounds now. Marcy, that's great.
Mom and Grandpa say they really can see the difference, but I don't think any of the kids at school have even noticed.
Oh, they will. Don't you worry about that.
Sometimes I sure get hungry for something sweet.
All right. Let's do something about that. Next week, I want you to decide on a certain day, a certain time, to allow yourself one indulgence.
One indulgence?
Exactly. It can be a hot fudge sundae, a piece of pie, whatever you're really hungry for. As an example, you might write down in the food diary, Wednesday at 6:30 p.m., I will have a hot fudge sundae. Only on that day, at that exact time, may you have your indulgence. The rest of the week, your diet will remain the same.
But will I still lose weight that way?
You'll still lose weight.
All right, Dr. Marks. I'll have one indulgence this week.
I'm really proud of you, Marcy. There's a real difference in the way you look.
Well, I hope I'm beginning to look better, Grandpa.
Oh, I don't just mean that you're getting thinner, Marcy. You look so happy.
Oh, I am, Grandpa. I guess you might say I'm beginning to like myself again.
And it's important that we like ourselves, Marcy. People who don't like themselves usually find it difficult to like others. They become very critical of those around them, and it's basically because they don't like themselves. That looks pretty, Marcy. You've picked up that crocheting very quickly. I think maybe now you're ready to begin on that Afghan for your mother.
Oh, do you think so, Grandpa? I'd love to get it done for her birthday.
Well, then, you'd better get started.
Hello?
Marcy? This is Ron.
Oh, hi, Ron. How are you?
Fine. Just fine. Say, Marcy, I was wondering if perhaps I could come over this evening for a while to study for our French exam. You're so much better at French than I am. I sure could use a little help.
Why, sure, Ron. That would be fine. Why don't you make it about 7:30?
Okay, Marcy. See you tonight.
The evening flew by. At first, Marcy was a little uptight, but Ron's humor and personality soon made her feel at ease. Although they did a fair amount of studying, there was plenty of laughter and just plain teen talk, too. As Ron was leaving...
Thanks a lot, Marcy. It was a fun evening. Hey, listen. They've just opened up some new bike trails at Griffith Park. Would you like to go out there with me Sunday and we'll try them out?
Sure I would. Well, that sounds like a great idea.
Marcy felt like she was on cloud 9. Ron had actually asked her for a date. As the weeks continued to pass, Mammoth Marcy once more began to feel like Marcy Mills' human being. 10 weeks after beginning her diet, Marcy walked out on the stage with the debate team from North Central High to challenge Lincoln High of Wrightstown. There never had been any doubt in her mind that she could do it if she wanted to, but now she could walk out there without fear of snickers. Marcy still had a way to go, she knew that. But she was well on her way, and at least she could fit into a decent dress instead of one that looked like a large tent. In the second row, she saw Mom and Dad, her brother Carl, and Grandpa. She smiled at them through the footlights. God had given Marcy strength to do what had once seemed impossible. She would never forget from where her strength had come. With his help, she had conquered just one day at a time.
How because God first loved us.
God is love and He first loved us.
We love because God first loved us.
God is love and He first loved us.
Jesus loved His neighbors every day. And Jesus gave His life away. Jesus loved His Father, He always obeyed. Fill us with your love and show us the way. We love because God first loved us.
God is love and He first loved us.
We love because God first loved us.
God is love and He first loved us.
Sing it! We love because God first loved us.
God is love and He loves us. Yeah.
All right. We love because God first loved us.
God is love and He loves us.
All together.
Yeah.
We love because God first loved us.
God is love and He loves us. Yeah.
We love because God first loved us. Yeah.
God is love and He loves us. Yeah.
We love because God first loved us.
God is love and He loves us. Yeah.
1 John 4:19.
Father, look, Jesus is over there.
Yes, Father, I can see him too. Let's go there.
Yes, dear.
I give you praise, Father, Lord of heaven and earth. For although you have hidden these things from the wise and the learned, you have revealed them to the childlike. Yes, Father, such has been your gracious will. All things have been handed over to me by my Father. No one knows who the Son is except the Father, and who the Father is, except the Son, and anyone to whom the Son wishes to reveal him.
Jews use nothing in common with Samaritans.
Blessed are the eyes that see what you see. For I say to you, many prophets and kings desired to see what you see, but did not see it, and to hear what you hear, but did not hear it.
Teacher, what must I do to inherit eternal life?
What is written in the law? How do you read it?
You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your being, with all your strength, and with all your mind, and your neighbor as yourself.
You have answered correctly. Do this, and you will live.
And who is my neighbor?
A man was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho. He fell among robbers. They stripped him and beat him, leaving him half dead. By chance, a priest was going down on that road.
Yes, that priest will surely help him.
I thirst. As dry as a potsherd is my throat. My tongue sticks to my palate. You lay me in the dust of death. I thirst. As dry as a potsherd is my throat. My tongue sticks to my palate. You lay me in the dust of death. My God, why have you abandoned me? Why so far from my call for help, from my cries of anguish?
After some time, a Levite comes that way.
But I am a worm, hardly human, scorned by everyone, despised by all the people. All who see me mock me, They curl their lips and jeer. They shake their heads at me.
Likewise, the Levite also passed by on the other side. Then comes a Samaritan.
Have mercy on me, God, have mercy on me. In you I seek shelter. In the shadow of your wings I seek shelter till harm pass by. Have mercy on me, God, have mercy on me. In you I seek shelter. In the shadow of your wings I seek shelter till harm pass by. I call to God Most High, to God who provides for me. I call to God Most High, to God who provides for me. I call to God Most High, to God who provides for me. I call to God Most High, to God who provides for me.
May God send help from heaven to save me. Shame those who trample upon me. May God send fidelity and love. May God send help from heaven to save me. Shame those who trample upon me. May God send fidelity and love.
My heart is steadfast, God, my heart is steadfast. I will sing and chant praise.
Awake, my soul, awake! Lyre and harp, I will wake the dawn. Awake, my soul, awake! Lyre and harp, I will wake the dawn.
I will praise you among the peoples, Lord. I will chant your praise among the nations.
For your love towers to the heavens, your faithfulness to the skies. For your love towers to the heavens, your faithfulness to the skies.
Show yourself over the heavens, God. Make glory appear above all the earth.
God, may your glory appear above all the earth. God, may your glory appear above all the earth.
help. Take care of him. If you spend more than what I have given you, I shall repay you on my way back.
Amen. I say to you, whatever you did for one of these least brothers of mine, you did for me. Which of these three, in your opinion, was neighbor to the robber's victim?
The one who treated him with mercy.
Go and do likewise.
My Lord, my God. Will you please give me some water?
Sure.